Thank you, Garrett and Alex. Tonight we are back here at our very own Bud Hertzog Stadium with your LSHS soccer team. If any of you did not tune in to our latest soccer game on Wednesday, our boys had a great senior night and a very successful game, winning 8-0 against St. Joe Central. Tonight our Lee Summit boys will be going up against St. John Vianney High School. St. John has had a bit of a rocky week with a loss to Webster Groves High School on Tuesday and another loss to St. Louis University on Thursday. Our Tigers have had a very successful season and are coming into tonight's game with 12-1-2, and St. John with 7-8-3. We anticipate a successful game from our Tigers as we only have 3 games.
Hello and welcome to Bud Hertzog Stadium. I'm Garrett Glidewell alongside Alex Hampton, and we'd like to thank you for joining us in the Lee Summit Tigers versus St. John Vianney Griffins. So, Alex, how do you think this game's going to go?
I think the biggest thing the Tigers need to focus on is really keeping up the momentum that they've built in the past few games. I think it's going to be a pretty hard fight between the two, both looking to clinch conferences in their respective conference. But it's going to be really important to just keep their hopes up and keep the drive going against such a hard team.
Definitely, I agree with you. And now we're going to head down to Corinne Foxhoven for a quick sideline report.
Thank you, Garrett and Alex. Tonight we are back here at our very own Bud Hertzog Stadium with your LSHS soccer team. If any of you did not tune in to our latest soccer game on Wednesday, our boys had a great senior night and a very successful game, winning 8-0 against St. Joe Central. Tonight our Lee Summit boys will be going up against St. John Vianney High School. St. John has had a bit of a rocky week with a loss to Webster Groves High School on Tuesday and another loss to St. Louis University on Thursday. Our Tigers have had a very successful season and are coming into tonight's game with 12-1-2, and St. John with 7-8-3. We anticipate a successful game from our Tigers as we only have 3 games left and after tonight until our Tigers play at districts. I'm Corinne Foxhoven, sending it up to our boys back in the booth.
Thank you, Corinne. Now we're going to take a quick break before kickoff.
Vianney is coached by Mr. Brian Haddock. And now, the starting lineup for your Lee Summit Tigers. 7, Landon Klaus. Senior defender number 9, and your captain, Nathan Lyra. Senior striker number 10, Sammy Brissett. Junior forward number 11, Jaden Wanyama. Senior midfielder number 14, Jaden Wood. Junior midfielder number 15, Landon Lewis. Senior defender number 24, Caleb Showers. The Tigers are coached by Mr. Dave Wiebengay and Mr. Paul Hopkins. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem from Lee Summit High School, Miss Emma Houseworth.
And we are off in the first half. And Alex, I'd like to point out that the Tigers have 9 seniors starting tonight.
You know, it's really interesting. Both these teams have such a deep senior class. You know, Lee Summit having 12 and Vianney having 13 on their roster.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a big point for both of the teams. All the way back to the goalie for the Tigers. here's Vianney in the midfield. They try to switch the ball, but it cannot get there and is out for a Tiger throw-in.
The main pattern that I'm seeing in this game so far and that I was already expecting to see is these little outbursts of back and forth fights between the two teams, and then they're probably going to try and send the ball across the field, getting it out of the way, because playing a man one-on-one with teams of this caliber is just not going to be an option.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a lot of that tonight, as these are two very good teams who are about the same level in quality. And the ball is sent all the way back to senior goalkeeper Logan Siebold. He sends the ball up the field, but a Tiger cannot get on the end of it. Brissett loses the ball in the midfield. And Vianney play the ball all the way back. Here comes Vianney down the wing. And offsides is called on St. John. That was very good build-up from St. John, as they had a player on the wing who was really going to open up a chance for goal if that wasn't offsides.
You know, the classic give and go in soccer is never something that you need to turn your eye from, and they just executed it perfectly.
Definitely. Short to Wanyama. And here's Klaus on the wing. Shrugs off two defenders. And out for a Vianney throw-in. Like we said, the Tigers have 9 seniors starting tonight, and they are really going to need those seniors to step up if they want to win this. Especially Nathan Wyrock in the back. He's going to... St. Vianney has put a lot of goals in this season. He's going to need to be very solid tonight if they want to keep those goals out. Here comes Vianney down the wing. No one gets on the end of that cross, and it's to senior goalkeeper Logan Siebold. Throwing for the Tigers. Out for another Tiger throw-in. And Keegan Davis tries to find someone in the box, but no Tigers are there. Back to the St. Vianney goalkeeper. Lots of back and forth passes by St. John in the back.
St. John is really loving that back pass. They've had the defenders controlling the ball almost every play that they've had so far.
They definitely are. They have some good control back there. Wanyama sends the ball up, and Klaus can knock it on the end of it. Neither can Boyer. Some more quick passes in the back. Little missed pass. And here's Sam Brissett in the midfield. And he loses the ball. They attempted a through ball, but the ball goes all the way back to the Tigers goalkeeper.
Even though the Griffins' back line is so strong and they're controlling the ball so well, I like the way the Tigers are being so offensive with it. On every single play that they've made so far, they've made some sort of attempt, and it usually worked just in that last play where they lose possession.
Yeah, that hard pressing is a big part of the Tigers' play. And they're definitely going to need to do that if they want to break down that back line and hopefully cause some mistakes that might lead to a goal. The St. Vianney player shrugs off Wanyama, but he plays the ball out for a goal kick. Is out for a St. John throw-in. Play the ball in the middle of the box. Shot.
Great contest by Jaden Wood right there. Got right in front of the ball and took their complete line of sight out.
Definitely, and that pressure is definitely one of the reasons that ball went straight into Logan Seabolt's hands and not in the back of the net. Here's Brissett in the midfield. Wyrock in the back all the way back to the keeper, who sends the ball up to Klaus. Back to Jaden Wood on the wing, but the ball goes out for a St. John throw-in.
I think the Tigers really just need to settle into this game right now. It seems like a lot of the balls that they're trying to play are long balls, and just as that happened, they seem to lose it on a lot of them. I think if they can slow down and make those shorter passes that really build up their possession, then it will work a lot better for them.
Yeah, and they seem to be holding the ball a little too long. So more of that quick passing like St. John has been doing would be very good for the Tigers and helping get out of that awkward space in the midfield where they're automatically getting closed down by 3 or even 4 St. John players. Klaus gets the turn on the player, but the ball is out for another St. John throw-in. Wanyama heads the ball out, and a foul on Landon Klaus. Wyrock sends the ball up the field. Brissett gets on the end of it, but he sends it all the way back to the St. John keeper. The St. John players are just so comfortable under this pressure and making these quick passes, and that's one of the things that these Tigers are going to need to do if they want to settle into this game soon. Little miss hit by Jaden Wood. Vianney has the ball on the wing. Out for a St. John throw. Tigers clear the ball out. And is off the head of a St. John player out for a Tiger throw.
Tiger substitution number 16, junior Aiden Sukaromia. Sophomore number 8, Charlie Clark, and senior number 5, Blake Heisey.
Aiden Sukaromia and Charlie Clark now entering the game. Now, Charlie Clark is one of the few underclassmen that have actually made this varsity roster this year.
And he's only a sophomore, and he's got quite a few minutes for only being a sophomore this year.
Blake Heisey also entering the game.
ball is taken from Sukaromia and all the way back to the St. John back line.
Looks like there isn't much communication for the Tigers yet. Aiden Sukaromia just with the ball got attacked from the back, and it was as if he didn't even know he was coming. I think that's something his teammates should be warning him of.
Yeah, so far we're seeing a little bit of a rocky start from the Tigers. They honestly aren't used to this much pressure in a game, as most of their conference opponents that they played this year haven't been this good, and they're really going to need to figure out how they're going to get the upper hand on St. John soon.
Yeah, this definitely seems like a bit of a change of pace for the Tigers.
Here's Clark on the throw. Short to Heisey. Tries to turn but loses the ball. Back with Nathan Wyrock. All the way to the Tigers keeper. He sends it up. Sukaromia gets the turn. Caleb Souders tries to find Wanyama but cannot. Heisey wins the ball back. Sends it up to Wanyama. He gets the touch around the defender.
Ooh. A lot of contact on that.
A lot of contact on that. I'm surprised there's not a foul going either way, but St. John comes out with the ball, and here they come down the field. Here's Landon Lewis in the midfield. Back to Caleb Souders on the side. And he's going to take the ball himself. All the way back to Wyrock.
Great ball movement right here from the Tigers. This is definitely what we wanted to see.
Yeah, they're going to need to start doing this. Oh, Sukaromia has a little bit of miscommunication again and plays the ball to no one out for a St. John throw-in. Those quick passes and that good communication, though, leading up to that play are going to be what the Tigers need to do.
It just goes such a long way for a team, no matter what caliber you are.
Brissett cannot keep possession of the ball. Blake Heisey wins it back. Switches it to Wanyama.
Great through ball.
Out to Klaus on the wing. Here's Sam Brissett at the top of the box. He plays the ball out to the wing to Klaus. He's going to take it himself, cross in. And the Tiger cannot get on the end of that. It's going to be out for a Tiger throw-in, but that was a very good play from the Tigers. Here's Souders on the ball. Sends it in the box. Wyrock gets on the end of it.
Ooh.
And Sam Brissett almost taps that in, but the goalie gets to it first.
You know, Sam is such a fantastic forward. He's leading the Tigers in goals this season, and he has really been a rock that they have needed in their offensive lineup.
He definitely has. If he gets on a touch on that, then I'm almost sure that goes in the back of the net, Alex.
100%.
Here's Klaus chasing on the ball. Brissett's there to help. He gets a touch on it, but it does go to a St. John player. They cannot keep it in. Out for a Tiger throw-in.
Good pressure by Jaden Wood forcing that ball out of bounds.
Here's Sam on the wing. Cutting to the goal line. He's going to play the ball in.
Oh.
And through the legs of Landon Klaus. Blake Heisey tries to get a shot. There's a deflection on the play. And all the way out to the back line of the Tigers. There's a little deflection from a St. John player there, and the ball ended up going through Landon Klaus's leg, but that was very close to a very open shot on goal. Here comes another Tiger throw-in. Quick substitution first.
St. John substitution number 9, Nathan Egan. Number 17, Vincent Cervantes. We saw a Tiger substitution number 6, Austin Boyer, and number 10, Sammy Brissett.
Here's a throw from Souders. Long throw. Finds Sukaromia in the box. Still in the box. And the St. John defenders cut it out, and they're looking to send the ball up the field, and is out for a St. John throw-in.
Good decision right there, trying to deflect the ball out of bounds. Gave the Tigers a lot of time to recover.
Definitely. Landon Luce plays Boyer in the midfield.
What an amazing pass with his head.
Here's Keegan Davis. And what a save from the St. John goalkeeper to deny Keegan Davis of the first goal of the game. And Wanyama tries to play Berg through again, but he cannot find him, and it's back to the St. John goalkeeper. The Tigers are definitely starting to settle in this game, Alex.
Oh, 100%. I can already see the passing plays starting to develop and just the comfortability with this game.
Berg wins the ball back. Back to Wanyama. Here's Wanyama down the wing. Cuts past the defender. Another defender. And here's the shot.
What a
and
shot.
Another save from the St. John goalkeeper.
The amount of power behind that shot from Jaden Wanyama is
And I'd like
actually
to point
insane.
out that shot was about 25 yards out, Alex.
He took that with so much confidence.
An amazing save by the St. John goalkeeper, though. That was an absolute rocket. Here's a long throw from Souders. Wyrock tries to get on the end of it. Still bouncing around in the box and is cleared out for a Tigers throw-in. And Alex, one of those things we're going to see is what we just saw with those long throw-ins from the Tigers that are basically used as set pieces to put even more bodies in the box.
Yeah, the Tigers really like to fill the box and cause that panic because it leaves these openings for these little mistakes the defenders make, and every single time they will take advantage of it.
And that's why some of our defenders like Nathan Wyrock have scored many goals. Nathan Wyrock, who's actually second on the team in goals this year. He's capitalized on those throw-ins many times. And we're about to see one from senior Blake Heisey. Here's Landon Luce on the ball. Shoots it, but is deflected by a St. John player out for a Tiger corner kick.
Tiger corner kick.
Wyrock gets on the end of it. Here's Boyer in the box. Berg's at the top of the 18. He's going to have a go. And out for a goal kick. That shot didn't really test the keeper, Alex, but I really like seeing the Tigers take these shots.
I think the Tigers need to take more shots. They've had many opportunities within that 25 yards. You know, if Jaden Wanyama is taking them from that far out, the Tigers have had many opportunities in front of that to get more shots off, and I think that's the most important thing they can do right now.
And it's always good to test or even just worry the other team's goalkeeper.
If a goalie constantly has shots coming at him, he's never going to know when one's not coming at him. It's going to keep him on his toes.
Definitely.
I like to see the constant pressure, though. This is definitely a change of pace for the Tigers in a good way.
For sure. They're finally putting St. John under pressure, and we're seeing them win the ball from them here and there because of that pressure. Here's a throw from St. John. Long throw down the wing. And the player's going to cut to the goal line. And the ball is going to go out for a corner kick deflected by Nathan Wyrock.
Vianney corner kick.
Vianney really compacting the goalkeeper right now.
Yeah, they're putting all of their bodies right in front of Logan Seabolt. Header to the goal, but Logan Seabolt easily catches it. He's going to send the ball up the field, trying to find Brissett, who gets a touch but straight out for a St. John throw-in. Long throw straight to the Tigers. Oh, St. Vianney wins it back. Shot straight to the goalkeeper.
Good pressure by Berg. Really forced him to take the shot.
Yeah, they're going to want more of that all game from him. He's been doing very good so far.
Great
Here
tackle.
he is winning the ball back again. Through ball to Brissett.
Looking to control it.
He's going to cut towards the goal line. Sends it in. And the Tiger cannot get on the end of that. Austin Boyer was crashing the goal, but it was a little behind him. And now with the throw-in, St. John can come forward. Nathan Wyrock cuts the play out, and here he comes down the field.
St. Vianney having to 4v1 him to get the ball off of him. You know, he really just glides across the field with his height.
And that really shows the skill of this Tiger soccer program, as that's one of our center backs that's making a 20-yard run up the field, gliding past defenders like that. It's going to be a St. John throw-in after a few quick substitutions. And the Tigers are going to see senior Jaden Wood come back in. And he brings a lot of pace to this team, and that's one of the things that the Tigers are looking to be capitalizing on so far this game.
Looks as they also subbed in Landon Lewis and Jaden Wanyama, some of the only non-senior players on this roster.
And they both have gotten substantial minutes this year, as they've both been huge players in Coach Wiebengay's system. Here's Wyrock in the back, out to Clark.
What a move to keep the ball inbounds.
It's going to be out for a Tiger throw-in. If you're just joining us, it is 0-0 with 16 minutes left in the first half. It's a pretty back-and-forth game. Both the teams have seemed to start to settle in, but we haven't seen someone pull ahead yet.
Very even matchup. Lots of opportunities from both teams, but not able to connect on any of them yet.
Here's Brissett in the mid.
What a
He's gonna
move.
get the turn. What a play to send the ball up. Straight to the St. John defender. He's going to try to switch the ball, but the Tigers cut it out. Here come Tigers down in the goal box. Sends into Brissett. And Brissett does what he does best and slots the ball in the back of the net. Tigers 1, St. John 0.
And another goal to tack on to the season for Sam Brissett.
And that is why Sam Brissett is the Tigers' leading goal scorer this season. He's always finding himself in those very dangerous spots on the field, and when he does, he slots the ball in the back of the net.
I really want to see the Tigers take this momentum and use it through the rest of the first half and into the second. You know, momentum is a big thing in sports, and if they can use this along with their next two games, if they win the next two, then they will clinch their conferences first, and that's a massive priority for them.
Before thinking about conference, they're going to have to finish out this game. Like you said, they have the momentum, but they're really going to need to capitalize it and not back down, because the first goal in a game like this is always so important, but the response from both teams is the even more important part.
I'm really interested to see how Vianney really clashes back against the Tigers after that goal.
Tigers trying to win it back in the midfield. Long ball from St. John. All the way back to the St. John back line. Berg wins the ball back in the midfield. Back to Sam Brissett. Shrugs off a defender. Here's Caleb Souders down the wing. Back to Brissett. And the defender cuts that out for a Tiger throw-in. Looks like another long throw coming up. We see Nathan Wyrock coming into the box. And Alex, this game is the type of matchup that the Tigers are going to expect for a sectional or even state game, as this is one of the better teams from St. Louis. They beat St. Louis University, they lost 2-1 to St. Louis University last night from a goal with 2 minutes left, and St. Louis University is ranked #1 in the state right now.
Yeah, I think it's really good that the Tigers are seeing this competition while they're still in regular season before they go into post. Seeing this kind of competition will really get them used to it so that once they do hit that next level of competition, they're not starstruck by it.
Here's the ball bouncing around the St. John box. And it's cleared out for a Tiger throw-in. Yeah, like you said, Alex, it's going to be a good game for the Tigers to see how things are going to be. And what's very good to see is how well they adapted just in this first half.
Completely. It looks like a totally different team within the first 20 minutes of the half.
Here's Wyrock in the box. Here's Heisey at the 18. He takes a shot and is deflected by a St. John defender, only as far as Caleb Souders. Back to Ethan Berg. And now St. John come forward.
We're going to need to see some massive recovery from the Tigers right here.
Aiden Sukaromia tries to cut out the play, but he fouls the St. John player. Yeah, the Tigers are definitely going to want to get back a little quicker on plays like that, as St. John had the numbers coming forward, and I feel like the Tigers kind of escaped a goal-scoring chance from St. John there, Alex.
I agree. St. John just has such an explosive offense. Opportunities like that seem like they're happening pretty regularly. So the Tigers are really going to need to recover a lot faster if they want to try and avoid those.
There's a foul in the back, and now Wyrock's going to take a quick pass. Here's that pressure from the Tigers again. St. John defender gets the turn. Aiden Sukaromia gets the ball at the top of the box. He's going to cut in. Tries to send the ball to the top of the box, but is out for a Tiger corner kick.
Tiger corner kick.
Brissett sends the ball in. Tries to find Wyrock in the box. He cannot get on the end of the ball and is cleared out only as far as Charlie Clark. There is a foul on the play. It's going to be all the way back for St. John, about on the goal line. They play a short little pass. Try to send the ball up the field. A little miscommunication from the Tigers again, but Wyrock cuts that ball out. Takes a deflection out for a Tiger throw-in.
St. John substitution number 15, Daniel Powers. Summit Tiger substitution number 15, Landon Lewis, number 6, Austin Boyer, and number 3, Keegan Davis.
Here's Boyer in the midfield. Out to Berg. Let's play a long ball trying to find Keegan Davis. Can he get on the end of it? Yes, he can, but the St. John defender cuts it out. Good little tap from the St. John player, and they might have been on goal, but it did take a deflection off his arm in the process. Long ball from Wyrock. Here's Aiden Sukaromi in the box. And he is taken down. That is going to be a penalty kick for the Tigers. And a yellow card for the St. John defender. St. John definitely had to do that, or Aiden Sukaromi was going to be in on goal.
And it looked like there was a bit of a build-up between the players. I couldn't see it from the box exactly, but it looked like there was a conversation between the two.
Yeah, they've had a little bit of a battle all night.
Especially after that last play where Aiden fouled a player on our side, and he thought that it wasn't a call.
For sure. And now we're going to see Jaden Wanyama take the penalty.
St. John yellow card issued to number 11, Chase Bakari.
Wanyama to take the penalty. Ref's having a little talk with the keeper right now about not stepping off his line too early. Great penalty right down the middle for Jaden Wanyama. Tigers 2, St. John 0.
And, you know, this is really what I've been wanting to see from the Tigers. It looks like that momentum from that first goal and now the second is starting to really build up and be beneficial for them.
Definitely, and they're definitely going to need to take that at least into the second half, as 2-0 is a very good score to go in on. Davis cuts out the long ball from St. John. Landon Luce cannot get on the end of it. Out for a St. John throw. Long throw. Keegan Davis cuts it out again. Here's Austin Boyer in the midfield. Through ball. But he is called offsides. Now, Alex, I'm not the ref right now, but that didn't look very offsides to me.
You know, Garrett, I was going to say the same thing. From where I'm standing in the booth, it looked like their center back was a few feet behind him, but, you know, not our game to call.
I mean, I am a U.S. Soccer certified ref, so I would think I know what I'm talking about, but I'll take his word for it. Big collision between two of the players there, and it's going to be out for a Tiger throw-in. Quick throw from Heisey. Back to Heisey. Tries to play in the ball in the box, but all the way back to the St. John keeper. Long ball from St. John, but Keegan Davis cuts it out, trying to win it back up top. It's out for St. John throwing.
And even though Keegan didn't gain possession on that on that first tackle, he instantly started pressuring the second defender, and that's exactly what a coach wants to see.
Definitely. That pressure led to that wild pass from the St. John defender that made the play really end up leading to nothing. Wyrock tries to get a little back heel, but plays the ball out for a St. John throw-in.
Great move by Wyrock. He actually got oh, excuse me, I thought he got the deflection.
Tiger substitution number 14, Jaden Wood. Number 8, Charlie Clark.
Jaden Wood and Charlie Clark entering the game again for the Tigers.
Going to see a long throw here from St. John, trying to use this as a set piece. Sends the ball in. And Siebold cannot get a hand on that. It is hit in by a St. John player.
It actually made its way into the goal before a player touched it, so it does not count as a goal.
Yeah, it's going to be back for Logan Siebold as a goal kick. It was actually called offsides on the player that hit the ball in. Here comes St. John down the field again. Great play by Sukaromi to cut that ball out. He's had some great hustle all game and has won the ball back many times.
You know, Aiden really trying to solidify his spot on this varsity lineup, seeing as he is only a junior and has another year on top of this.
For sure, and he definitely looks very promising going into next year. Here's Sam Brissett trying to win the ball back. Kevin Davis cuts the ball out. Brissett plays the ball down to Davis. He cannot get to the end of it. Is out for a St. John throw-in. Here's St. John in the midfield. Long ball down the side, and he's onside. And what a save from senior goalkeeper Logan Siebold to keep that ball out. Keegan Davis plays that out for a St. John throw-in. And some of the Tiger players seem to think it's a bit ludicrous that that wasn't called offsides on the St. John player. Another long throw. Boyer heads the ball out, only top of the box, and it's cleared by Caleb Souders. Here comes Boyer with the ball now. He plays Jaden Wood down the wing. Up to Sam Brissett. Back to Jaden Wood, but a St. John player kicks it out for a Tiger throw-in.
Those are exactly the passes the Tigers need to be making. Those short little passes to keep possession and to keep St. John really on their toes and not really knowing where the ball is going to go next.
For sure. Up to Brissett. Jaden Wood clears the ball back. And back for a St. John throw-in. St. John players are starting to get a little frustrated out there, Alex.
You know, if I were them, I would be too. Almost every offensive attempt that they've had at a goal has been shut down by the Tigers.
And their quick little 1-2 passes aren't working that great anymore as the Tigers are just closing them down the second they get the ball.
Yeah, the Tigers' game speed has really started to accelerate as the half has gone on.
And it's kind of switched a little. At the beginning, we saw St. John making quick passes, and the Tigers were a little flat-footed. But now, as we settled into the end of this first half, we're seeing the Tigers making those quick passes, lots of pressure, and the St. John players look very flat-footed.
And, you know, that change of pace isn't really something that surprises me. With a lot of teams, it's not really something a coach likes to see, but that little bit of warm-up they need at the beginning of the beginning of the game can really make a massive difference for them.
Yeah, definitely. And it is a home game for the Tigers, so I'm sure having all their friends in the crowd over there is really helping them. There are 3 minutes left in the first half with the Tigers up 2-0 on St. John Vianney. Nice little move by the St. John player there. And here they come down the midfield. Tries to play a ball down the wing, but Jaden Wood cuts that out. Only as far as the St. John player. All the way back to their back line. Try to play a long ball there. Deflects off Austin Boyer, out for a St. John throw. Another long throw. Try to play a St. John player down the wing, but it goes out for a Tiger throw-in.
Great step by Charlie Clark, really putting the pressure on the offensive player.
Yeah, like I said earlier, this pressure from the Tigers is what's causing all these wild passes and a bit of a lack of control from the St. John players. Here's Souders with the throw. Long throw up to Wanyama. Tries to flick the ball on, but no one's at the end of it. Is out for another Tiger throw.
Bit of a miscommunication for the St. John Griffins right there.
Yeah, now we're going to see Caleb Souders with the ball again. Long throw, trying to find Brissett.
What a pass.
Great flick on by Brissett, but Wanyama can knock it on the end of it. Here they come down the wing. Switch all the way across the field. And a good chance for St. John. He had a shot at the top of the 18, but is out for a Tigers goal kick.
1 minute remaining in the half.
And that shot didn't even test senior goalkeeper Logan Siebel.
No, I think his play in the game so far has been pretty amazing. With that shot that came in super harsh at him, he had no problem predicting exactly where it would be and put his head right behind the ball.
Lewis sends the ball up. Wanyama's chasing it down, but is headed back to the St. John goalkeeper. Suka Romeo wins the ball again, is out for a Tigers throw-in. They're going to try to go quick. They're not content with 2 goals this half. Here comes Berg. Switches the ball to Davis.
10, 9, 8,
Here's Landon Lewis. Back to Davis, who sends the ball up.
4,
Out for a St. John goalkeeper, and that is going to be the end of the half. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be right back once the second half starts.
halftime.
And we are back underway in the second half as the Tigers lead St. John Vianney 2-0. Here's Berg coming forward in the midfield. Strong tackle by the St. Vianney player, but here's Keegan Davis down the side. Back to Berg in the middle.
What a
What
move.
a turn. Here's Klaus at the top of the box. He's going to fire a shot straight to the St. John goalkeeper.
Already a massive change in the speed of play from the Tigers and St. John.
Definitely. St. John is not out of this game right now. Here's Boyer in the middle. And as you can see right there, as Boyer's fouled, it is so hard to body him off the ball. He's very strong in the midfield.
He really works to use his backside to keep the defenders away, and it's so effective, especially with his height.
Souders is going to send the ball in. In the box, straight to a St. Vianney defender, and Landon Luce tries to shoot right into a St. Vianney player again, though. Here's Klaus on the side. Tries to play it into the box, but straight to the keeper. St. John have it in the back. Gonna play a long ball up top, but Landon Luce gets ahead on it. Back to Caleb Souders. Here's Landon Klaus up the field. Tries to play it out to Jaden Wood, but he cannot get through the St. John player. Is going to be out for a St. John throw-in. Oh, excuse me, a Lee Summit throw-in. Long throw from Souders up to Brissett in the box. Trying to get that turn on the defender, but he cannot. St. John plays the ball all the way up the top, but Nathan Wyrock cuts it out. Here's Jaden Wood on the side. Some pressure from the St. John player, but he deflects it off him for a Tiger throw-in. Here's one Yaman to take the throw. Long throw up to Klaus, who cannot control it. Gets played up to a St. John player. Owanyama wins the ball back and plays it back to Wyrock. Long ball from Wyrock across the field. He finds Brissett at the top of the 18. Gets the turn on the defender. Another turn. Back to Berg. He's going to rip a shot. Well, Ox, if that was a field goal, that'd be pretty good. But it's soccer, so it's out for a goal kick.
You know, the Tigers are really starting to look for those long balls more and more, and especially in the second half, it looks like they've already tried to make 2 or 3. I think for their success, they really need to focus on the short ball and really playing those give and goes and playing those passing games around those defenders. Just like
Here
we're
comes
seeing
Klaus,
right now.
one-on-one. Very close to a goal, but is out for a St. John goal kick. What a chance from the Tigers. And like you were talking about, those short balls are what led up to that chance. And if you remember in the first half, it was the long balls at the beginning of the game that weren't really giving the Tigers much of a chance. And it was those short balls that really had them going at the end of the first half. Here's Berg down the side. Long ball to Wanyama. Out to Brissett. He's going to send the ball in. I think he actually had a shot.
Great shot attempt. Only
Wide
about
for a goal kick.
Only about 2 feet wide, and from that far out and at the angle he was at, he had to turn his entire body to get that shot off. Very impressive.
Yeah, he was very off balance for that shot. Here's a St. John goal kick.
That's another one of those shots where, as a goalie, you can't really expect that or predict that to be coming. That was genuinely a shot just out of nowhere. I didn't even expect him to be taking that.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. I thought he was going to cross that ball in, try to find someone as he floated it back post, but no, that just shows the confidence of Brissett as he just ripped that shot and went for goal. Ball back with Warwick on the back line. Up to Brissett. What a touch to Klaus. Back to Brissett. Another through ball from Klaus, but the St. John goalkeeper gets there first.
This needs to be a fast throw in by the Tigers.
And there it is. Bit of a high kick there from Ethan Berg. It's going to be a foul on the Tigers. Wyrock wins the ball back.
This is exactly what the Tigers needed to do. Instead of looking forward upfield more, Sam Brissett decided to play the ball back and gain the possession of it and not just play kickball.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you're up 2-0 beginning of the second half. Possession is going to be a very big thing. Because obviously if you can keep St. Vianney off the ball, then they can't get chances to score.
I think at the beginning of the game, that was the main issue the Tigers had, is they were kind of wrestled by the fact that it was still 0-0, and they know how good this team is. But now that they're up 2-0, they can really play the possession game.
Brissett tries to find Landon Lewis in the box, but the goalkeeper gets there first. Through ball to the St. John player. Cut out by Keegan Davis. Back on the wing for the St. John player, but it goes out for a Tiger throw. Here's Jaden Wood on the ball. Austin Boyer. What a through ball to Ethan Berg down the side. Sorry, that was Keegan Davis. And here he is with the ball. Great little tap to Brissett. Gets bodied by the St. John player. That was a great recovery from the St. John defender.
I think Sam Brissett might have taken an extra touch right there. I think if you would have just settled the ball and taken the shot before the defender had time to close in, he would have gotten a really nice shot off.
Or even across in the middle, as the Tigers had some numbers up there in the box.
I completely agree.
And here he is to take the corner kick. Wyrock gets the header straight to the St. John goalkeeper. He's going to roll the ball out. Here comes St. John down the field. Long ball down the wing. And the St. John player gets there as he follows Jaden Wanyama. Wyrock plays quick to Wanyama. Long ball. Trying to find Klaus up top. He gets there. Run towards the end line. He puts the ball across the face of the goal, but a St. John player cuts it out before a Tiger can get on the end of it, and it is out for a Tiger corner kick.
You know, I really like the way that he was thinking. If that St. John defender really hadn't gotten in the way of that ball, that would have went straight to Ethan Berg for a connection.
I think so, too. I think that was another case of a time where he took maybe one too many touches than he should have. Still very good play from the Tigers, though.
Tigers now using a bit of a strategy on their own, all running into the box at the same time.
Doesn't really work too well as the ball gets sent straight to the St. John goalkeeper.
I like the effort, though. I think in theory that could really mix up a team's defense and get them on that mistake.
Yeah, with a little bit better service, definitely could have been dangerous. Caleb Souders clears the ball out of the Tigers' half. St. John wins it back. Sam Brissett wins it back, sends the ball up, but a Tiger cannot get on the end of it. comes Brissett. He's going to try to send a through ball, but it cannot get past the St. John defender. Here comes St. John.
Great pressure by Charlie Clark cutting out the defender on that.
Definitely. A little mistake by the St. John player, and here comes Sam Brissett. 2v2 for the Tigers. He tries to take it from himself, but a great tackle by the St. John player cuts it out. And Keegan Davis cannot capitalize on that, but is out for a Tiger throw-in. Quick to Sam Brissett. Another Tiger throw. Back to Brissett. Back to Davis, who sends the ball in. Just in front of the head of a Tiger.
You know, if that connection was made, that would have been such a highlight play.
Yeah, that was a great cross.
Lee's on a Tiger substitution, number 16, Aiden Sukaromia. And number 11, Jaden Wanyama.
Two juniors now checking in, Jaden Wanyama and Aiden Sukaromia, both being key players in this match so far.
Here's Berg in the midfield. All the way back to Souders. Lewis in the midfield. Here's Sukaromia. And a foul by the St. John player. Tigers are going to have a bit of a set piece about 40 yards out from the goal. Caleb Souders sends the ball in over the head of everyone and out for a St. John goal kick.
And you know, a lot of respect goes to Aiden Sukaromia. That's the third time he's been fouled tonight after it all starting with a simple foul that he gave. You know, him still keeping his head in the game and playing hard has really been a key thing to this Tigers' success so far.
Yeah, and those fouls just come from his explosiveness and just how good he is on the ball.
He really just shows a lot of grit, even as a junior player.
Yeah, a lot of maturity too. Here's St. John down the wing. Long ball all the way across. St. John attacker doesn't quite get the touch that he wanted. And Keegan Davis plays out for a St. John throw.
Flurry of substitutions for St. John's, number 3, number 6, number 11, and number 14.
Long throw from St. John here. Logan Siebel punches it out. And is cleared out by the Tigers. Out for a St. John throw.
Great effort by the Tiger defense to keep the pressure off of Logan Siebold.
Another long throw. It's cleared out. Back to the St. John player.
Great interception by Jaden Wanyama.
Long ball from Wanyama. Some great pressure. Almost wins the ball back. And it will be a foul on the St. John player. That is going to be a set piece in a very dangerous spot for the Tigers.
The Tigers really need to capitalize on this play, gain back some of that first half momentum, and keep continuing to play this offense like they need to.
Yeah, and we see Nathan Wyrock coming up into the box right now, and he's going to be one of those big players that they want to hit for this play.
You know, if they're sending Nathan in, they're definitely scheming something up.
And Landon Lewis has had some great service so far this season. Looks like that was more of a shot. Deflected off the St. John player. and is kicked out for a Tiger throw-in.
There's a substitute on the play.
Tiger substitution number 6, Austin Boyer.
Austin Boyer making his way back into the game.
Here's Wyrock in the box. Back to Lewis. He tries to turn and shoot, but it deflects off a St. John player. Caleb Souter sends the ball back in. Foul on Nathan Wyrock. St. John have the ball back in their box. Heisey tries to settle the ball, but it's a bit wild and goes out for a St. John throw. Here's St. John on the wing. Push by Blake Heisey. And this could be dangerous from St. John.
You know, the game is really starting to speed up physically a lot. You know, there's been so many fouls in the past few minutes, and in the first half we really didn't see that as much.
The game's also starting to really open up, Alex. Like, we're seeing St. John doing a lot better offensively and having goal-scoring chances. Ball's bouncing around the Tigers' box. No one can clear it. St. John player has in the corner. Sends the ball in, but straight to Landon Lewis, who clears the ball out. Only as far as the St. John player, and they have it back down the wing. Their player is offsides, though. Here's Wanyama in the midfield. Tries to turn. Goes back to Charlie Clark, who plays a long ball. And Tiger cannot get on the end of it. St. John have it back in their own half. They play the ball up, but Landon Lewis cuts it out. No one can get on the end of his header, though. St. John's still in possession. Here's Wanyama. Out to Boyer. Another foul on Boyer and another good set-piece opportunity for the Tigers.
That one might have been a little more obvious, though. Looks like Boyer's still on the ground.
That was a bit of a rough tackle. Looks like he's just trying to put his shoe back on. We're going to see Landon Lewis send the ball in again. Looks like it was more of a shot and it's over the goal, out for a St. John goal kick. If you're just joining us, the Lee Summit Tigers lead the St. John Vianney Griffins 2-0 with 21 minutes left in the game.
Great
Here come
pressure.
the Tigers. Brissett down the sideline. He's going to send the ball in. St. John player knocks it off the back post. Here's Boyer on the ball. He sends the ball in over the head of the Tigers and out for a St. John goal kick. St. John player sends it up. Back for a St. John throw. Long throw, but Charlie Cart cuts it out to Austin Boyer. Tries to play it through, but it gets cut out by a St. John defender. Blake Heisey tries to clear the ball out, but it ends up going out for a St. John throw-in.
You know, up from the box, from this perspective, it really shows the vision that some of these players have to facilitate the ball across the field.
For sure, those long balls switching the field are not an easy thing to do, and the Tigers like to do that quite a bit. Here's another Tiger throw.
Tiger substitution number 4, Ethan Berg.
Senior Ethan Berg checks back into the game. Back to the St. John goalkeeper who sends it up. A little bit of a wild ball. And the Tigers win it back. Here's Berg in the midfield. Big switch trying to find Jaden Wood. It deflects off a St. John player and out for a Tiger throw-in. Here comes one of these long throw-ins from Blake Heisey.
The Tiger offense already starting to compact the box again. They're really looking to make this a 3-0 game.
Cannot find Nathan Wyrock in the box. Wyrock wins the ball back, tries to send it in, and a Tiger does not get on the end of it. Is all the way out for a St. John goal kick. And Alex, the St. John defense is really starting to settle into this game again. The Tigers really haven't had many opportunities to shoot the ball the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's been a few opportunities for the Tigers where they could have gotten a shot off, but it looks like the St. John defense is really starting to wake up a little bit more and starting to facilitate that ball back out and not really give up those options.
Yeah, the Tigers are definitely going to need to keep this up because they look like they're starting to get a little tired out there. That speed of the Tiger player keeps the ball. He does get pulled down in the box, and it will be another Tiger penalty. And another yellow card in the St. John defense. Looks like Ethan Berg is going to take this penalty. Never mind, Sam Brissett.
Yellow card issued to number 27, Jack Madden.
If Sam Brissett puts this ball away, this will be a very big goal for the Tigers. And he slots it home, sending the goalie the wrong way. Tigers 3, St. John 0.
Sam Brissett now owning 2 of the goals so far scored in this match.
And you know, Alex, St. John's downfall this game might really lead to penalty kicks. They've given 2 away so far.
Looks like a conversation between the players and the ref now.
Looks like the ref wasn't very happy with how the Tiger players were talking to the other team. I think he might be saying one of the Tiger players entered the box too early on that kick. All 3 refs now together talking about what just happened there.
Lots of confusion on the field right now. Looks like the coaches will now have a conversation with the refs.
Yeah, and Alex, knowing Coach Wiebengay, I know whatever this ref is saying, he's not going to be very happy about either way. He definitely does not agree with what the ref just told him.
Coach Hawkins and Wiebengay now having fully dismissed themselves from the conversation.
This is a pretty long conversation from the refs. Let's see what the center ref has decided.
I overheard Coach Wiebengay yelling that all players on the Tigers must be 5 yards away from the goal box this time. Looks like you were right in that a player entered the box before the kick was taken.
I'm surprised they're going to let him retake it, as it was one of the Tiger players that did step in the box.
Yeah, usually it doesn't happen like this.
St. John should be awarded a goal kick, but I guess San Berset's going to get a second go at this.
Rest of the Tigers offense now making their way up to the line.
He goes the opposite direction, once again sends the St. John goalie the wrong way, and is officially 3-0 Tigers.
I think this 3-0 lead is really going to bring the Tigers' morale to an all-time high. You know, 17 minutes is a lot of time left, and you can do a lot with 17 minutes in St. John's case. But with the morale that they are at right now and the overall attitude I see that they're displaying physically on the field, this really just isn't looking good for them.
Definitely not, but like I said, they did seem to start to pick it up right before this penalty was called. So the Tigers are definitely going to need to not settle into this game and just let them play. They're going to need to keep up their pressure if they want to finish this out 3-0 or even more. Here's a St. John throw. It's going to be a long throw. Not sure who got on the end of that, but Caleb Souter clears the ball away. Up top to Landon Klaus. Tries to find Jaden Wood, who does keep the ball in. But is won back by the St. John players. All the way across. What a ball. And he takes it off the volley, but sends it over the goal.
It's probably a good thing that that ball was forced out of bounds. The Tigers really just need a second to regroup and start playing that short ball game. You know, it feels like they're kind of throwing away some of their passes because they're just trying to play that long ball too much.
Yeah, for sure. And I think after seeing that, they realize that they're not going to be able to just let this game finish out because the St. John players are not just going to take a 3-0 defeat like that. Comes the St. John player down the wing again. Souders with the ball.
Trying to force it out of bounds. He is successful.
Long throw for Souders up to Brissett. Here's Berg on the ball. Up to Boyer.
Great challenge.
Klaus
Boyer
wins the ball back. Saw a little brother connection in the midfield there between Landon and Jackson Klaus. Long to Berg. He's going to send the ball up to Landon. He tries to take the defenders on one, but he cannot get past them. Here's St. John on the ball again. Berg settles the ball. Resets it back to Jackson Klaus in the back. Out to Caleb Souders. He's going to send the ball long, trying to find Landon Klaus, but he cannot get there, and St. John have the ball back.
You know, that possession where they were just passing around in our backfield is really what the Tigers need to focus on right now. Right as Caleb tries to send it back across the field again, they just lost it, you know?
Yeah, and we're seeing how frantic these Tigers are getting. Some of these long balls are just so forced because of the pressure coming from St. John. Sent in for St. John.
I don't think the Tigers should play any different than they did when the score was 0-0, but they need to realize that they really are in control of this game right now.
They definitely are, but they definitely need to pick it up because they took a notch down after that penalty. I think they thought easy win, but St. John honestly took it up a notch. So the Tigers are really going to have to bring back some energy that they had earlier in this half.
Lee Summit Tigers substitution number 16, Aiden Sukaromia.
Logan Siebold sends the ball up. Keegan Davis on the ball. Another long ball gets cut out by the St. John defender. Good pressure from Landon Klaus until he fouled the St. John player. Long ball from the St. John half. Ethan Berg tries to clear it out. St. John has it back in their half. Long ball down the wing, but Charlie Clark gets there first and plays it back to Logan Siebold, who clears the ball up the field.
Great decision by Charlie Clark to play that ball back to the keeper under pressure.
Brissett tries to send him to Landon Klaus, who does get on the end of it, but cannot get the better of the St. John defender and is out for a St. John throw.
A long throw in by St. John straight to Jaden Wood, now fighting for possession again. Sam Brissett makes the turn, going up the wing.
Good little cut by Brissett, but he did force the ball out of bounds, out for a St. John throw.
St. John substitution number 8, Pablo Juan. Number 23, Nico Sanchez.
Here's a St. John throw. Plays it long. Jackson Klaus cuts the ball out. Up to Landon Klaus. Here's Berg in the middle. Nice through ball to Keegan Davis. Here he comes down the end line. Tries to cut the ball in, but the St. John defender gets there first and is out for a Tiger corner.
The ball movement on that play is exactly what Coach Weavingay is going to want to see. They had a massive connection throughout the entirety of the midfield, really spreading the love of possession to, 5 players in the span of 15 seconds?
Yeah. And those are the big plays that just help you keep on going at the St. John defense rather than just playing long balls that get cut out immediately. Brissett sends it in. And I don't know who, but someone knocked it down on goal straight to the St. John defender.
Looks like Jackson Klaus got his head on it, but the St. John goalie got there first.
Here come the Tigers in the middle. Try to get a little through ball there, but he can't get on the end of it. Now here comes St. John down the wing. Long ball there, straight out of bounds for a Tiger throw. A little bit of wasted possession there from St. John. Here's Klaus trying to win the ball back. St. John have it in the middle. Long ball down the side. Both players go down, but Jaden Wood grabs the St. John players he's trying to get up, which is going to result in a foul and a nice set piece for the St. John team.
It looked as if the St. John player fell over, which caused Woody to collide with him, and then they were both locked together. I understand the call, but I think this was a multiplayer fault.
I saw some of Woody's hands grabbing the other player, so I think I'm going to agree with the ref on this one, Alex. This is a big opportunity for St. John to get back in this game.
They really needed to capitalize on this opportunity.
A low ball sent all the way across the face of the goal in the middle, and the shot is straight to Logan Siebold, a comfortable save.
You know, he really makes it look easy.
He definitely does. But Coach Weavingay is definitely not going to be happy with that defense on that play. About 4 Tiger defenders just let that ball roll right past them. Here's Brissett on the ball in the middle. Tries to play the ball up. It's cleared out from St. John. Only as far as Landon Lewis. Jackson Klaus on the ball. Jaden Wood lets it run out for a St. John throw. There are 8 minutes left in this game. The Tigers lead St. John Vianney 3-0.
And you know, the score might not really show it, but this really has been a pretty evenly matched game so far.
Bit of a hard challenge from Jaden Wood on the play, but I think it's going to be a St. John throw-in. It will be a foul. Yeah, the score definitely does not reflect this game because St. John honestly have had the upper hand a big part of this game too, but they just haven't had many scoring chances like the Tigers have. And they also did give away 2 very costly penalties.
The possession has been very 50-50, but the Tigers have just gotten so many more opportunities on goal. They've just been able to capitalize and really push that score to this 3-0 lead now.
For sure. There's going to be a St. John thrown after a few substitutes.
Number 21, Luke Atwood. Lee Summit Tigers substitution number 4, Ethan Berg, and number 5, Blake Heisey.
Ethan Berg and Blake Heisey making their way back into the game.
Long throw from St. John. Nathan Wyrock heads the ball out. And here comes Sam Brissett. He's going to take it himself. Cuts across goal, has a shot. And the St. John goalkeeper makes a nice save. And Sam Brissett was looking to pass that whole time for about his 50-yard run, but he ended up just taking the ball all the way himself for a shot.
I love the way that he plays so confidently too. Like as there was two defenders looking to pressure him, he was constantly looking to facilitate the ball even more before taking a shot from pretty far outside of the box that most players wouldn't really be comfortable with taking.
Yeah, that's just more of that maturity that you mentioned earlier, Alex.
It really does, and it shows a lot of leadership too.
And that's why he's such a big part of this Tiger team, and especially offense. I mean, he's obviously the top scorer, but he makes so many things happen just with his runs and just his play style.
And I think that really is the best thing about this Tiger team, is that it's not just one player doing every job. It really is a team effort in everything they do.
For sure, Alex. It's going to be out for a St. John throw.
St. John substitution, number 20, Brian Flanagan. Number 13, Matt Graham.
Alex, with 6 minutes left, St. John are going to have to get something going really soon if they want to try to make a comeback in this game.
Yeah, the Tigers' main goal right now really should just be to keep possession. Another goal would feel nice, and it would look nice on the scoreboard, but I think what's really important for them right now is just making sure that they keep possession and running this game clock down.
And they definitely want to keep a clean sheet.
With the amount of physicality that has already happened in this game, the risk of gaining a yellow or red card or fouling a player or even ending up in an injury is really something. It's really not a chance that I think Coach Wiebengay is going to be wanting to take.
Yeah, definitely not, especially seeing as this isn't even a conference game. It's important, but it won't affect their run at state. Ball is going to be out for a Tiger throw-in after a couple Tiger subs. Austin Boyer and Jackson Klaus back on the field.
In the match for the Tigers, number 20, Jack Hughes.
See junior Jack Hughes entering the game for his first time tonight. Here's a long throw. Jackson Klaus tries to find his brother Landon in the box, but he can knock it on the end of it. St. John goalkeeper plays it up. Here's Jackson Klaus again. Back to Landon, who tries to find Austin Boyer, but St. John defender gets there first.
Great interception on that ball.
And Keegan Davis is going to take it himself. Tries to play a through ball, but a little too hard, straight to the St. John goalkeeper. And this is the intensity, Alex, that the Tigers need to finish off this game.
Yeah, it really is this small game of possession that they really need to focus on.
Here's St. John in the middle. Blake Heisey wins the ball. Back to Charlie Clark. Landon Klaus gets the ball back. Plays Jackson Klaus in the midfield. He's going to play all the way back to Caleb Souders. Keegan Davis on the wing. Back to Nathan Wyrock, who loses the ball, but then wins it back quickly. Long ball up to Boyer. And a bit of a dirty play there from the St. John players, Alex.
Yeah, it looks like the ref was playing possession on that and didn't make the call, but there was some very flagrant misuse of a slide tackle right there.
Yeah, Boyer almost got taken down, which I think the player definitely would have been shown a card if he made contact.
If I'm not mistaken, that same player has already been shown a yellow card early in the match as well.
I believe you're right. But now we're going to have a long throw from senior Blake Heisey.
Just under 2.5 minutes left in the game now.
Here's Jack Hughes at the top of the 18, out to Keegan Davis. He's going to try to take a shot, deflects off a St. John player, but ends up going out for a goal kick. Heisey has the ball back. Only as far as a St. John player, but Hughes wins it back quickly. Plays the ball up to Klaus. Klaus cuts in. Passes the ball. Boyer gets on the end of it, but he's off balance and sends the ball over the top of the goal, out for a St. John goal kick.
Great interaction on that play by Jack Hughes. Within 2 minutes of being in the game, he was already causing turnovers, making massive plays that are actually leading to goal-scoring opportunities, even if he isn't entering the game this late.
And he's another one of those players that's mostly played JV this year, and this is one of his first few senior team appearances. So that's also another promising player to look at next year. Here's Jackson Klaus in the middle. Tries to find his brother, but he cannot. Ball gets sent up by St. John. St. John in the midfield. Sent out to the wing. Long ball by St. John straight into senior Blake Heisey, out for a St. John throw. Here's St. John down the wing. 20 seconds left. Finds a player in the middle, top of the 18, who has a shot straight to Logan Siebold.
10 seconds now left in the match.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that's going to finish out the game. Lee Summit Tigers 3, St. John Vianney Griffins 0. I'm Garrett Glidewell alongside Alex Hampton, and from our entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining into our stream.